So welcome to another edition of Burton Ballers, and it looks like Marina Granovskaia out and Berta in. Welcome to the Burton Ballers. Ain't got no time for no stallers, yeah.
We are the risers, we're not the fallers. Our channel is growing wider and taller.
Yeah, we're here to give you the news about your dear beloved Blues, yeah.
So if you like this YouTube channel, like, subscribe and turn on that bell.
Yeah. So lots of reports today going around that Marina Granovskaia is to leave Chelsea, and Atletico Madrid sporting director Andrea Berta is going to be replacing her. I said at the time that maybe there's going to be a transition period because we don't want to, because obviously we'd have identified some targets already. So to allow things to move smoothly and allow us to get our targets, then it makes sense for Granovskaia to take charge of the summer window and then a clean slate. Some people are saying that she wants to go, she's quit, and some people are saying that the new owners want a proper director of football. So make of that what you will. So I just want to quickly talk a bit about Granovskaia, because she splits opinions in the Chelsea, divides opinions in the Chelsea fan base, because some people think that she can do no wrong and she's the goddess of, and she does, and all the deals she does are fantastic. And there's other people who just think that she's not very good at all. She's scuppered a lot of big deals, and her negotiation is sometimes a bit too harsh, and because of that, it stops us from getting in some players that we could have brought in. So I'm in between. I don't think she was, this brilliant negotiator that everyone claims her to be, and the goddess of transfer negotiations. And I don't think she was all bad. I think she did some good deals. And she did some not so good deals. Some of the good deals that she did is like some of the fees that she got for some of the players. It was under her that Hazard deal, for instance. That was a fantastic deal. We managed to get our money back on Morata. I don't know how she managed to do that. Diego Costa was another one when, obviously when our negotiations were at a low, because he was already Antonio Conte already said that he wasn't in his plans, so to get the amount of money we did for him was good. But there are some times where she plays too much hardball. Marcos Alonso is the most recent one where we're asking for top dollar from him, so that's pricing him out of the market. We've been looking at the younger ones and selling them off too quickly sometimes. Rather and keeping some of the dead wood. We've kept a lot of the dead wood for a while now. One thing I might add, when I'm talking about Granovskaia, she's not the one who picks the players, because a lot of people are talking about player purchase, but she doesn't pick the players. So do not criticise her for the sort of players that we've been bringing in, because it's not her, it's the scouting department who's in charge of that. She's just in charge of negotiations. So if you want to criticise some of the negotiations tactics that she uses, then fair enough. The policy, I'm not sure it's her policy or Roman Abramovic's policy of only offering 1 year to players over the age of 30. Again, sometimes that's bitten us in the bum. And we look at the Rudiger case, for instance, where we just left it for a few months without negotiating with him, so he was allowed to leave on a free. And even Christensen, we've allowed him to run down his contract. So these guys who could have, even if they did want to leave, if we had signed them up to other bigger contracts, then we could have got some money for them at least. So for me, that's my only criticism for it. It was like all or nothing. Sometimes she was too hard. Sometimes you need a bit of leeway. I do understand that we need to balance the books. So obviously we don't want to be gung-ho in the transfer market, because we are operating like a business. There was financial fair play to be adhered to. So what people have got to remember is when Abramovic first came in, we were being held over a barrel because he had all this money. So a player which would have probably been quoted, say, 10, 15 million pounds to another club, as soon as Chelsea came in, they'll add on an extra 10 10 million or so. So we were paying that Abramovic tax, if you know what I mean. But when she came in, she came in and said, you know what, we're not going to be pushovers anymore. We're going to try and get a fair deal. So, you know, she did that job quite well, but as I said, at times, but sometimes, again, she didn't have a lot. She didn't really give a lot of wriggle room. So we saw that with the Koundé deal last season as well, where I know some people said that it was Sevilla who upped the price last minute. But had we got that deal done earlier, instead of sort of procrastinating and waiting, then I think we'd have got him for a better deal. But so yeah, she leaves now, or she will leave soon, and this Bertu's coming in, and he's had hit and miss, but he's the talent that's been picked up in, you know, Atletico Madrid have had some good players. I'm not sure whether he was around when Aguirre was there. Aguirre. I was thinking of Torres. Aguirre was there. I'm not sure it was him who looked at him, because like people, you know, they've always picked up some decent strikers at that club, you know, and they've got Lodi there, and you know, so there's some decent players that they've managed to purchase. What's the Portuguese guy up front? My mind's gone blank, but you know the guy. I don't, as I said, I don't really know a lot about him as much, and I'm just looking at their side, and they do look like, you know, like any director of football, he's had some good players, he's had some good finds, and they've had some stinkers in there as well. But you expect that. But as long as your success rate as a director of football is at least 70%, then that means that you're doing a good job of identifying good players, and you're doing good job in negotiations as well. So guys, what was your opinion on Marina Granovskaia? Were you one of those ones who thought she'd done a fantastic job and, you know, lauded her as the queen of transfer negotiations? Or are you one of those people who just thought she was a bit out of her depths, and she was sometimes playing too hardball and pricing some people out of the mark, and some people that we could have got because of a tough negotiation we didn't get over the line? Stick your comments in the section below. So that's it, a quick video on Marina. So don't forget guys to like, subscribe, turn on all post notifications so you'll be notified every time I make a new video. Take care, bye bye.